This is your host, Joe Saz, and happy Monday. Going to take a quick look at what happened over the weekend and talk about what we have going on right now. And let's see if we can get a grip of what's going on in this market. So flip into screen share now and let's get the party started. All right. All right, cool. We're up here on the 15-minute chart. Now, this is one of the first things I noticed last night. Let's see, it was pretty late when we got this candle. And what happened is we went down and there was some very intermittent signals, and it took a long time to show. And where we had signals up at this price range, 26.30, we didn't have them down here. So I'm getting a little sketched out. I still think this is the bottom, and you can see that we're actually losing this massive superiority in the order book that we had. So I'm getting a little sketched out as to what's going on. I'm not impressed with what I see in terms of buying behavior. Little move up, full retrace. I don't like how comfortable we're getting down at this price range. So hopefully that all changes pretty quick. I really hope this changes pretty quick. Now, taking a look at CME gaps, we have nothing other than what we've been discussing the past week or two, week and a half, I should say, maybe week. We have a CME gap, a wide open CME gap, all the way up to the high 27,000s. Come close to touching the bottom of it, but it's kind of acting as resistance now. So it's very possible that this 20K target is at bat next, and we start to make our way to fill this and then come back up and clear a lot of this mess. So I'm starting, the longer we go forward, here, we'll talk about that in a sec. Daily, a lot of neutral candles, attempts to move up, immediate retraces. Again, this is kind of depressing behavior coming into a death cross of the short and intermediate term moving average. I'm actually not liking really anything that I see. Looks like we're about 4 or 5 days out from a death cross. So that's not good. Silver moving up, going sideways. Interesting to note that Bitcoin is the only one that seems to be failing this test. So I don't like how the buyers look so pitiful. I mean, the buying behaviors are very weak. We've moved up. We've even gotten into the mid 26,000s, and we failed to break out. In fact, we've been met with a lot of resistance, and it's getting we're getting a little too comfortable in this price range. What we need to do, and we should have done already in my eyes, is snapped out of it, bought our way out, and really established a firm foundation for 25K. And instead, what we've done is really just play hot potato down here. We're hanging out. We're spending a lot of time in a price range that no one's very comfortable with. It's unknown what external variables could be causing something like this in terms of the massive single candle moves that pushed us down here. But at the end of the day, the mass number of buyers that Bitcoin normally has, and when you go on Twitter and you see all these people talking about hodling for life and stacking sats, I mean, that's the buying behavior that Bitcoin should be experiencing at a time like this, where in fact all I see is little to no activity at all, and especially very few people, if any, saying that Bitcoin's at an extreme discount, purchase immediately. So I'm a little bit shifting in my psychology to some bearishness here, because we don't have the excitement that we would typically get for a massive move down, at least from the masses. I would rather have 100,000 delirious people saying Bitcoin's going to skyrocket back up than to have everyone radio silent, right? That's what we're experiencing right now, and that's making me very uncomfortable. Combine that with the fact that we are still floating below the 200-day moving average. We still have a CME gap at 20,000. There's definitely a couple points, and enough time has passed. We spent a lot of time here, and the psychology market-wide seems to be pretty negative, if not sideways. It just adds to the fact that a bearish case can be made right now, and the diminishing signals and maybe a few other points. So I don't really like what I'm seeing overall. What I would like to have seen already is some excited buyers and a stiff move back up to 28,000. So far we've just been going sideways and really threatening some lower lows with breakout attempts being met with resistance. So this is a little bit concerning to me. It's not full-blown bearish yet, but it's still a good time to buy Bitcoin. But the longer we do this, the harder it is to convince buyers that this is absolutely a great price to buy Bitcoin, when the likelihood is that it'll probably head toward that $20,000 CME gap. So that's kind of the psychology we're dealing with now, and we'll be checking in again every day. Monday, be seeing you guys tomorrow, and maybe we'll get some long content in, get some trades in, because look, this has been a fantastic range to scalp. Keep doing the same thing over and over. I really expected us to shoot out of here back to 28. It hasn't happened yet. So that kind of answers the question to me of, is it better to place a swing, or is it better to keep resetting your position and taking something off the table at 2150 or 26,150? So it's been a good time to trade, to scalp. So maybe tomorrow we'll pop in and do some of that. So anyways, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Do your push-ups and your sit-ups and be strong, and turn your shower water cold and say hi to a stranger. Do all the most beautiful things you can with your life, and I'll catch you guys all very soon. Much love to you all. Peace.